You can give direct, there will be no time.
Oh, no time, eh? So we go direct.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, we are in shloka number 48, Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, shloka number 48. And this shloka was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna. Yogasta kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhi asidhyo samo bhutva samadvam yoga uchate. Yogasta kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhi asidhyo samo bhutva samadvam yoga uchate. Yogasta kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhi asidhyo samo bhutva samadvam yoga uchate.
Yogastaha kuru karmani. Sangam tektva dhananjaya. Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva. Samatvam yoga uchate. Yogasta kuru karmani. Sangam tektva dhananjaya. Siddhi asiddhyo samo bhutva. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Yogastha kuru karmani. Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. Siddhi asiddhyo samo bhutva. Samatvam yoga uchyate.
Mataji.
Yogastha kuru karmani. Sangam tektva dhananjaya. Siddhi asiddhyo samo bhutva. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Yogastha kuru karmani. Sangam tektva dhananjaya. Siddhi asiddhyo samo bhutva. Samatvam yoga uchyate.
Yogasta equipoised. Kuru perform. Karmani your duties. Sangam attachment. Tyaktva giving up. Dhananjaya or Arjuna. Siddhi asidhyo in success or failure. In success and failure. Sama equipoised. Bhutva becoming. Samatvam, equanimity. Yoga, yoga. Yoga, yoga. Uchate is called. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Perform your duty equipoised, or Arjuna, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. Such equanimity is called yoga. I think there is no English person here, so if I pronounce...
Yoga is English word.
Okay, thank you. Purport. Krishna tells Arjuna that he should act in yoga. And what is yoga? Yoga means to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme by controlling the ever-disturbing senses. And who is the Supreme? The Supreme is the Lord. And because he himself is telling Arjuna to fight, Arjuna has nothing to do with the results of the fight. Gain or victory are Krishna's concern. Arjuna is simply advised to act according to the dictation of Arjuna. According to the dictation of Krishna. The following of Krishna's dictation is real yoga. And this is practiced in the process called Krishna consciousness. By Krishna consciousness, only can one give up the sense of proprietorship. One has to become the servant of Krishna, or the servant of Krishna. That is the right way to discharge duty in Krishna consciousness, which alone can help one to act in yoga. Arjuna is a Kshatriya, and as such, he is participating in the Varnashram Dharma institution. It is said in the Vishnu Purana that in the Varnashram Dharma, the whole aim is to satisfy Vishnu. No one should satisfy himself, as is the rule in the material world, but one should satisfy Krishna. So, unless one satisfies Krishna, one cannot correctly observe the principles of Varnashram Dharma. Indirectly, Arjuna was advised to act as Krishna told him. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Anjana-jana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Grave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadadi Swapadandikam Pandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raguna Tanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Pariyana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shirava Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinam Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kandara Vakanda Namastute Tapta Kanjana Gaurange Radhe Vindavaneshware Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vanja Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Paditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasade Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Yogasta kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananchaya siddhi asiddhyo samabhutva samatvam yoga uchate. So yesterday we had a very wonderful class by Rishi Prabhu. I was wondering, what can I say? Only maybe repeat what he said. But still I didn't, long time we used to say to tape. I didn't tape his lecture. So I can't revise what he said. But he gave a very wonderful class. Did you like his class? Yes. Thank you. Yes. So he was talking, shloka number 47, which he spoke yesterday very nicely. And this is shloka for today. And the next shloka 49, they normally speak about nishkam karma yoga. What does that mean? Nishkam karma yoga means you only act for Krishna and don't expect any result. Whether Krishna wants it to be successful is up to him. Whether Krishna wants to disappoint you, it's up to him. But you just act for him. That is what happened to Srila Prabhupada when he left India going to America to preach. He left India, and when he was going, he wrote some shlokas. And he told Krishna, Krishna, if you want me to be a success, fine. Krishna, if you want me to fail, fine. And the Muslims are disturbing me. So, that is actually what we call Nishkam Karma Yoga. There is also another kind of yoga, but actually it is not yoga, it's called Sakam Karma. You want to see the results and you want the results to be yours. Krishna is not agreeing to that one. So, yesterday, Rishi told us a few points, which many points, but I'm going to repeat just a few, maybe 2, 3. He explained karma evadikaraste, that you have a right to perform your prescribed duty. Arjuna is told you have that right. Ma faleshu kadachana, you are not entitled to the results of your action. Whatever you do, do it. But the result, leave it to me, Arjuna. And ma karma falahetu buddhi, never consider yourself to be the cause of the results of your activities. Never. In other words, don't desire for the results. Leave that to me. And lastly, see, I can remember what you are talking about. And lastly, that mate sangos to akamani. Never be attached to not doing your duty by thinking that the results are not yours anyway, or by fearing that the results can cause bondage. So don't give up. If you give up, Ananda told us yesterday, you become somebody who is not good. So, yeah, that was it. And today the shloka speaks about more or less same thing, because the 3 shlokas, they are speaking about Nishkam Karma Yoga, or rather acting in a way that you leave the results to Krishna. So what is the one for today telling us? The one for today is telling us, Yogasta Kuru Karmani. That means perform your duty being situated in yoga. And then Prabhupada explained what is yoga. Yoga means to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme by controlling the ever-disturbing senses. That one, it doesn't need explanation. We very well know that the senses are really disturbing. Like we want to do Food for Life, and then some other people at, what do you call this place? Ganze. It's called Ganze? They disturb our minds. But Krishna is telling us here, oh Arjuna, you give up the attachment to those resorts. Sangam, Tyaktva, Dhananjaya. When you are disturbed, leave the resort to me. I'm going to arrange for it. Don't worry. So that is you see, it has come to our shloka for today. The point is, Niskam Karma Yoga. When you do it and leave it to Krishna. What was it said yesterday? You are not entitled to the resorts. And never consider yourself the cause of the resorts. The cause of the resort is who? Krishna. Krishna is the cause. We just do our karma. We just act. We just perform our duty. But here, Ma Faleshu Kadachana, that was yesterday. Just leave the resorts. You are not entitled to the resorts. And Ma Karma Fala Hetubu. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities by desiring to be given, oh, you are very great. You have done wonderful. No, when they tell you like that, tell them it's Krishna, not me. So our today's shloka is talking about more or less same thing. Yogasta kuru karmani, that perform your duty being situated in yoga. And the way Prabhupada has explained yoga here is very amazing. Prabhupada is saying, Krishna is telling Arjuna that he should act in yoga. And what is yoga? Krishna is telling what is yoga. Yoga means to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme by controlling the ever-disturbing senses. So we know the senses are so much disturbing. And the senses are always sending messages to the mind. So the mind is a big boss. And the work of the mind is either to say yes or no to the dictations of the senses, which are all the time going there. So we need that control of the senses. And the second line, it speaks about Sangam Tyaktva Dhananjaya. Oh Arjuna, give up all attachment to the resorts. Don't be attached to the resorts. I remember today, Anand called me. There were some NTV people who came and they were asking us some questions. And, one of them asked me, what do you think of what happened there? I told him, what can I say? It's all Krishna's arrangement. I can say nothing. But the point is, we leave everything to Krishna. So give up all attachments to the resorts. And then, Siddhi, Asidyo, Samo Bhutva, be equal to success or failure. That becomes a big problem if our senses are not controlled. We can give up, or we can say, as the English people say, to hell with that Hare Krishna temple, I will not go there again. The English people, they are used to say to hell. I don't know where they saw the hell. Yes, Mataji? No? Oh, you were just stretching. Oh, okay. So, that's the point. We should be equal to success or failure. Siddhi asidyo samobhutva. And samatvam yoga uchate. And then when we are like that, when we are equal to success or failure, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, that is called yoga. So when we practice Nishkam Kamra Yoga, it means that we leave the results to Krishna, and that is the real yoga. If we are too much attached to what we are doing, that is called Sakam Karma. Sakama Karma. And it may degrade to what is called Karma Kanda. We want to do some activity, and we want all the results to come to us. But still, there is another very famous shloka in the Bhagavatam. Says, whether you are full of desires, akam sarva. You see, just to mention, he gets it very easily. We have a Sanskrit dictionary here. So whether you are full of desires, whether you don't have any desire at all, or
Desire further liberation.
or whether you want to be liberated, doesn't matter. Just stick your meditation on me. Just keep on working for me. Keep on doing my bhakti. So that's why in his contempors we allow everybody. So these shlokas are very, very important. The one which Rishit gave us yesterday. And because the conclusion is we should try as much as possible to be detached from the results of the work that we perform. We should be detached. Maafaleshu kadachana. That is the previous one. And for today, give up all attachment to your results. Sangam tyaktva. Sangam tyaktva. Is it?
Sangam tektva dhananjaya.
Dhananjaya, yes. Oh, Arjuna. Arjuna is called Dhananjaya because he's a conqueror of wealth. He has got so much, but he's being told, give up all attachment to the results. Because sometimes when you fail, you may start blaming me. So this is a shloka which these three, the next one to come tomorrow, which I'm not going to mention, they are very, very important because they teach us that we should not be attached to the results. We should remain, whether it's a failure or it's a success, we should not be disturbed. And that is what is called yoga. And Srila Prabhupada writes here that gain and victory, they are Krishna's concern. That's not our concern. Whether we fail or we get victory or whether we become successful, that is Krishna's concern. At the same time, if we become a failure, that is Krishna's concern. It is not our concern. Just like Arjuna was advised to act according to the dictation of Krishna. And I remember previously, Krishna had warned Arjuna. Krishna had warned Arjuna that Arjuna should be very careful to Bhoga Ishvarya Prasaktanam. Arjuna should be careful of material enjoyment and opulences. Why? Because those two, they will deprive you from Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. You can't be fixed in determination if you have those two, Bhoga and Aishwarya. Because Bhoga and Aishwarya, we want them to be for material enjoyment. It's for me. And opulences, they are for me because of the Bhoga, because of the material enjoyment. The opulences, they are for me. So that Krishna is not there. But Krishna is telling Arjuna that Sangam Tyaktva Dhananjaya. Give up all those attachments of Bhoga and Aishwarya. Then what can you have? You will have Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. In other words, you'll be fixed in determination to serve me. You'll be fixed in yoga. So, in the minds of those who are too much attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, they become bewildered by those things, and the resolute determination for bhakti yoga does not take place. Arjuna is being told, you should be engaged in bhakti yoga. But we have to be very careful because the previous verse, Arjuna was told by Krishna, yeah, all these opulences, you are telling me you want to give up, but they should be used in my devotional service. And yeah. It's mentioned here that when one works and is not attached to the fruits of such work, then that is what we call karma yoga, not karma. not karma. It's called karma yoga. When the word yoga is added, Prabhupada told us what is yoga. So when one works, when you are not attached to the fruits of your work, that is called karma yoga. And detachment is then perfected when one offers the fruits of his work to Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is telling Arjuna, don't renounce work, but you renounce the fruits of your work. Very nice. We renounce the fruits of our work, but we should not renounce work. Otherwise, he told us yesterday, we may think, oh, now I'd better become a Mayavadi. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to be attached. Krishna, I'm not going to be attached to doing anything because you are telling me everything is for you, and by thinking that the results are not mine, so I'm fearing to do sinful activities. Mate sangosti akarmani. So Krishna told Arjuna, no, you work and let the results come to me. So that is what is called Nishkama Karma Yoga. Sakam Karma is very bad because it means let the results come to me. So I think we can stop there and see whether there is any comments. But the point is that real yoga means to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme by controlling the ever-disturbing senses. And because the Supreme Lord, Krishna himself, is telling Arjuna to fight, Arjuna has to just follow the dictation without worrying about the results. So real bhakti means we just follow and we act. If Krishna doesn't want it to be successful, don't worry. If Krishna makes it as failure, it's okay. So be equal to success and to failure. Siddhi sadhyo samo buddha. We should become equilibrium to success or failure. Hare Krishna. Any comments? I didn't want to touch shloka number 49, which is of the same type. So those three, if you feel like you are getting disturbed, 47, 48, and 49, they are powerful tools to show us results only to Krishna. But we have to do our work. We can't say, okay, Krishna, I'm just going to meditate. No. Hare Krishna. Jai, thank you. Hare Krishna. You are number one. Yes, Prabhuji. Rishit Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful class yesterday. I'm just repeating a little bit what you spoke. Yes.
Prabhuji, I hear many times that Bhog and Aishwarya are not right for our bhakti.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have been blessed with Aishwarya,
Mm-hmm.
what is the way forward?
Haribo! When Lord Krishna was speaking that shloka to Arjuna, of course, that was immediately after Krishna gave Arjuna a long lecture about the soul and the body. All the way, and that is after Arjuna agreed, oh Krishna, now we are not on equal level. I am your disciple and you are my guru. So please give me instructions now, I agree. Then Krishna told Arjuna about a long lecture about how you are not this body, you are the soul. And then from there, it went on a little bit more, little bit. Then Krishna told Arjuna that in the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. So if you look at the English meaning, Anna knows the Sanskrit meaning, but if you look at the English meaning of that, it speaks about those who are attached to those things. Sense enjoyment and material opulences. And those who are bewildered by those things, two things. You become too much attached to them and they bewilder you. But if you have them and they are in the category of give up all attachments to the results, Sangam Tyaktva. And what you told us yesterday, you are not entitled to the results of your actions, because everything belongs to Krishna. Then I do feel if Krishna is in the center, everything is very okay. But if you feel you are the one and they are mine, then nothing. But you shouldn't give up everything to the temple and your family becomes nothing. No.
So, somebody got the Aishwarya opulence is awarded by Krishna. Oh, means they are more responsible.
Yeah. Now you become responsible of the Aishwarya.
Opulence comes because of the piety. Unless person is not pious, they cannot even enter in the spiritual world. They cannot begin the spiritual life. Piety is also very important. So opulence comes because of the piety. So somebody get the opulence means he is more responsible. So now he has to understand these opulences, how it should be used, like simple thing. Some big prime minister, presidents are getting a lot of facilities. So if the facility is given to them, because they are more responsible for the country, for the people, for their more duties. Presidents are more responsible than anyone in the country, the most responsible person. So if they misuse the facility which is provided him, so what will happen? They has to be dragged out from there. Simply, opulence is given to the person to utilize for the higher purpose. If they start to utilize for the lower purpose, like animals, sense enjoyment, which is called only sense enjoyment, then what will happen? They will drag out from there to become animal. So from top to immediately bottom. That's why it is dangerous. It is dangerous that's why it's mentioned is that this is like age of the knife. If you have nice blade, sharp blade, good one. So you can save very clean. Save it. But if you are not careful then, simply the opulence is like that. Opulence is given to going back home back to Godhead. Usually you can go back home back to Godhead. Normal person it takes difficult to go back home back. Like an opulent person can go very easily. Because he is not worried about so much worry about the bread and butter. Everything is there. So that thing can be used for Krishna service. So immediately they can go. That is called sharp blade. That is called sharp blade, which can clean your hair. Very, but if not careful, it will cut. Similarly, this Bhog and Aishwarya is like that. So Bhog and Aishwarya will become a hindrance on the path of devotional service if it is misused. I mean, Bhog also can be used for the Krishna service.
The point is Niskam Karma Yoga. So if we can use it for Krishna, fine.
So you see the many kings were there. They were so very opulent. Opulent. Even District Maharaj himself, you see, even this even in the like for example, this what was the name? They were very opulent. Pandit Vidyanidhi was the king. Pandit Vidyanidhi was the king. When he was going, people taking him the palki and people putting the chamas And even he taking the pan, taking the pan, wearing the very expensive garment, very expensive garment, pan. People are finding him. He was going. Many people back and forward. Many people are following. So he looks like a very opulent person, but he was great devotee of the Lord. So when he came in the Navadip Mayapur, this Pandit Vidyanidhi, Salat Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to the Shivas a Gadadhar, someone there, to take initiation from him. Go and take initiation from him. So he came with some devotees and to see him. So when he sees it, he says, what type of Vaishnava is this? People are finding him a very expensive silk clothes and chewing the pan. In this sense, is joy or Vaishnava? Yes? Joy Vaishnava. So he was accompanying some devotee. So he understood his mind. What things are going on in his mind. Then to show his how much is advanced devotee, to show to him because he done the offense. Because he saw the externally the Vaishnava from external, not from internal, how much detached from, dedicated for the Lord, how much is advanced. So he spoken one shloka from Bhagavatam. That shloka was that Bhagavatam Kal Kutam. This Putana, she came to Krishna to take his life, but Krishna had sucked her milk and he taken her life, but he given the place in Golok Dham as a mother. So how dayalu, how compassionate of the Lord is there. So when he spoken that shloka, Pandit Vidyanidhi fall out from this palki and he start to jumping. He came in ecstasy. And his hair stand on the end, tears start coming and he dancing like anything. How much knew Krishna? Then he came to know that devotee who was thinking it is a sense enjoy. How this great devotee? He so much attachment with Krishna. So that all the opulences, like when the Sanatan Goswami, Rup Goswami, they were prime minister, finance minister, not prime minister. Actually, they were like king. Actually, king was totally depending on the Sanatan Goswami, Rup Goswami. When he left this Sanatan Goswami kingdom, immediately this king was defeated by others. Because they were running the kingdom because of these two personalities. So they were getting a lot of salaries. Because the king was, because they knowing the power of these two persons. So those, where Ram Keli, where he was staying, Ram Keli, so they made very opulent place. Whole Vrindavan they made. They had the Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, Govardhan and all, and thousands of devotees were coming on his place, and he was giving the prasadam, nice clothes, nice, all is taking care of the devotees. So those opulences, and the Brahmins were coming to giving the Bhagavad, and every day there is some festival was going on. So he liked all those opulence, and he was absorbed totally in Krishna consciousness. So opulence cannot become obstacles when those opulences can, if you use for the service of Krishna. But if you not use in service of Krishna, that becomes poison. That will drag the person to the hellish planet.
Yes, thank you. See, and also Srila Prabhupada, he quoted a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. I think you saw it. He quoted a verse that to avoid that feeling of proprietorship, thinking it's mine, the opulence. He quoted that shloka which says, I'm not a Brahmana, I'm not a Kshatriya, I'm not a Vaishya, I'm not a Sudra, nor am I a Brahmachari or a householder or a Vanaprastha or a Sannyas. I identify myself just as a servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. So when we keep Krishna in the center, doesn't matter whether you have 1 shilling, 1,000 shillings, 1,000,000 shillings, whatever, how many zeros you have, it doesn't matter. Because you are a servant of the servant. Yeah. But opulence is nothing. Being a servant of Krishna is something. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Thank you.